The 1987 Philippine Constitution, the supreme law of the land, establishes a democratic republic where sovereignty resides in the people. It outlines the three branches of government: the executive, legislative, and judiciary. It also guarantees fundamental rights and emphasizes social justice and national development through education, science, and culture. This foundational document shapes the Philippines' political and social landscape. And with that, we will discuss some of the articles from 1987 Philippine Constitution. So, sa executive branch muna tayo. The President is the head of the executive branch and is also the head of state and the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Next is sa legislative branch. Kapag sa legislative branch, it is made up of the Senate and the House of Representatives. Sa judicial branch naman, or judiciary branch, it includes the Supreme Court and the lower courts. So let's now move to the article number 1 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution. So, dito sa Article 1, ang pinag-uusapan kasi dito or ang pinaka-point dito is the national territory of the Philippines. So, the national territory of the Philippines includes its archipelago and all its islands and waters and other territories under its control. So, dito nakasaad kung hanggang saan ba yung sakop ng Pilipinas. Kung hanggang saan ba yung territory natin, kung hanggang saan yung Pilipinas. So, next is the Article 3 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution. So, dito nakasaad yung Bill of Rights or yung fundamental rights natin as a Filipino citizen and also the limitations of the government's power. So, dito nakasaad yung our right to life or liberty and property, equal protection, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, freedom of movement, right to privacy, and right to speedy trial. Next is Article number 5 or suffrage. Suffrage refers to the right and obligation to vote for qualified citizens. It is considered both a privilege and a political right that enables citizens to participate in government. The key qualifications to vote in the Philippines include being a citizen for at least 18 years of age, having resided in the Philippines for at least 1 year and in the local area for at least 6 months. Suffrage encompasses elections. Registering to vote is required by the law. Article 6 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution establishes the legislative branch of the government, which is responsible for creating laws. It outlines the structure and functions of the Congress of the Philippines, which is composed of the Senate and the House of Representatives. The Senate has 24 members elected nationwide, serving 6-year terms with a limit of 2 consecutive terms. The House of Representatives has members elected from legislative districts and party list representatives, serving 3-year terms with a limit of 3 consecutive terms. The Constitution also defines the powers of Congress, including passing laws, approving budgets, declaring wars, and ratifying treaties. It also outlines the composition and roles of the electoral tribunals and the Commission on Appointments, which are responsible for resolving election disputes and approving presidential appointments. Article 7 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution defines the powers and responsibilities of the executive branch of government headed by the President. It outlines the qualifications and term of office for the President and Vice President who are elected by direct vote of the people for a 6-year term. The article also addresses the process for filing vacancies in the presidency, including succession in case of death, disability, and resignation. It established the president's power, including appointing key officials and overseeing the implementations of law. Article 7 also emphasizes the President's accountability, including provisions for impeachment and the requirement to report the state of the nation to Congress. Article 8 establishes the judicial branch of government, which is responsible for interpreting and applying the law. It defines the structure and functions of the judicial system, with the Supreme Court as its highest court. The article outlines the power of the Supreme Court, including original jurisdiction over certain cases, appellate jurisdiction over lower courts, and the power to promulgate rules of procedure. It also sets forth the qualifications, appointment process, and tenure of judges, emphasizing the importance of independence, integrity, and competence within the judiciary. It also addresses the administrative supervision of the courts, the creation of the Judicial and Bar Council, and the financial autonomy of the judicial branch. Article 14 guarantees the right to quality education for all Filipinos, regardless of their background. This means the government is obligated to provide free public education in elementary and high school, ensuring that everyone has a chance to get a basic education. The Constitution also mandates the establishment of a comprehensive education system, including scholarships and other incentives for deserving students, especially those from an unprivileged one. The article emphasizes the importance of a relevant education system that prepares students for the real world and equips them with the skills they need to succeed. It also protects academic freedom in institutions of higher learning and ensures that teachers have the right to professional advancement.